Welcome back. We skipped the episode, but we here. Welcome to 25%. And I'd rather have 25% of something than 100% of nothing. So we have an amazing guest here today. I don't know nothing about it as always. It's always a shocker. But I think we're going to have fun. She's excited. She's over there smiling. She just don't know the person that I am today.
Oh, I can only imagine.
Yes. But y'all got to click like, click share. Tell a friend. I don't think y'all watching this in the morning if you catch it in the evening, but we got it. But welcome to 25%. I've been working my butt off at the Wines New Orleans Bistro. Y'all do not imagine. But I got some stuff. I'm gonna do a podcast just on that location. I think that's what I'm gonna talk to Shalelle. Shalelle, say something.
Okay.
Should we do one at the restaurant?
We can work it out.
Okay, we're going to do one at the restaurant, and we're going to talk about the restaurant while the restaurant is going on, and y'all can see a little bit. That's what we're going to do next Tuesday. We're going to do one for the restaurant, and we're going to push that out, okay? We're going to get it out there. But without further ado, we're going to have this amazing guest. What's your name, my little baby?
It is Dr. Gwennetta Wright.
You forgot your name?
No.
Well, what happened?
You know, I had to think for a second. You know, I'm thinking about some other stuff over here.
So, girl, your name, you just got a little discombobulated?
I did.
So how have you been?
I've been great. How about you?
Phenomenal.
Great.
Okay. So, question. What's the name of your business?
Oh, God, it's a lot of them. So, I'm a serial entrepreneur, but my main business is Expert Tax Service, LLC.
Who?
Expert Tax Service, LLC.
Oh, child, I done put somebody with my competition on here. Let's go, girl. We're going to razzle dazzle. So, what you do? Expert Tax Services?
Yes.
How long have you been in business?
I have been in business for 17 years, industry 19.
Say what, baby?
I've been in the tax industry for 19.
But you've been in your own business for 17.
For 17.
So how many locations do you have?
I have two.
Oh, wow. Where are they located?
One is in my hometown, Columbus, Georgia, and in Stone Mountain.
So do you like it?
I do. I love it, actually.
So in your client base, how many do you have client base?
We probably service probably close to 2,000 between both locations.
Oh, wow. How do you do that?
It's hard. We were just talking about that. It's real hard.
Well, baby, I asked the question. I didn't ask you how was it. I asked you how you do it.
By the faith of the Lord. I get through it. You know, I have contractors that work for the company, and it's really good time management and organization that gets me through it.
Mm-hmm. So do you have, what type of clients do you target?
So I do only 1040 returns, and I target individuals and single member LLC small businesses.
Okay, so those are the ones you mainly target and you get it. Well, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And do you see a change in decline in clients coming due to the thick competition?
No. I mean, you know, I've been in it for so long, so it's been an up and down type of thing. For me, right now, I'm back on my growth spur. I did have a couple of years that I did lose some clientele, but I think it was more so because I was in a transition at the time. I let go a lot of my preparers, and then was really trying to figure out if I still wanted to be in the industry because, you know, taxes can be a little cricket, you know.
I don't want to think it's crooked, but it can be a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
So you don't want to be. So are you okay with staying in the industry?
A-okay standing in the industry now because I couldn't go nowhere. God won't let me, so I'm in here for a reason.
So what do you do besides that?
So I also am a real estate agent in the state of Georgia. I own a clothing boutique called Pretty Boss Fashions.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I also am a talk show host. So I have a talk show called Gwen's Business Corner with Deontay B with my best friend, and a streaming channel where I stream on Roku, Apple, Android, and Fire Stick.
So you like that?
I do. Been doing it for 6 years now.
So being a serial entrepreneur and having multiple businesses, just tell us, how do you juggle all of it?
Everything is hard, of course, but how I try to juggle them is I prioritize what is important at the time. Plus, I have a team of people that helps with managing of them all. I have my best friend and my sister who has been in the businesses with me since the very beginning. So we just come together really for the most part, and then just try to juggle them as they go. When it's a season of I can't do a whole lot in one business and it's not as profitable, then I might not work on it as much and focus on the one that is the most priority, the one that's going to be more profitable in that season.
Okay. And do you want to add any other business ventures to your thing?
I'm trying not to. trying not to.
You're trying not to.
I don't think I need to take on anything else because I think I tackle a whole lot of different industries because I also have a nonprofit organization as well. So I'm in about 6-7 industries now. So no, I ain't trying to take on that. Else.
So my question to you is about the nonprofit. What service do y'all provide?
So with the nonprofit, it's called Reach for Your Dreams Inc. And what we do is we teach entrepreneurs, pretty much who we target, entrepreneurs, ultimately about reaching for their dreams and teaching them entrepreneurial skills and leadership skills. Right now, for the most part, because I'm in that season with that particular thing, that we pretty much do community outreach through the nonprofit right now, instead of focusing so much on the program. So next week, we're doing a back-to-school giveaway. So we service the families in the community to give back-to-school supplies back to the kids when they get ready to school. And this year, actually, we celebrate 15 years giving away toys to kids for Christmas in our city. We try to, at the minimum, give away 1,000 toys and feed 1,000 people. So we focus on community outreach for the most part.
That's good. And how do you juggle that? Like, do you have board meetings each month, once a year?
We do have a couple of board meetings once a year, and then when it comes to the actual community events, then we'll have a separate board that just helps work on that.
So how your companies are structured?
So different ones. All my businesses are single member LLCs. And then as far as the nonprofit, it's a corporation, of course, because it's a nonprofit. So that's why I are.
So that means it's just you have it banking and rolling.
I try.
So a couple questions I have for you. What are some quotes that you live by?
My biggest quote is, if you can believe it, you can achieve it. Mm-hmm. I believe that, everything is that you do in your life that you can manifest it by truly believing in your heart that can come to pass. I do believe that you have to put work in it. Like, faith without work is dead. But ultimately, I've in my heart, because that's been my journey. If you believe it, you can achieve it. You walk by faith, not by sight.
Okay. Well, that's a good way to be. So do you have kids?
I don't.
So you're able to just keep going and going and going and pushing it out.
Yes.
So wow, that's amazing. I mean, that's very admirable.
Thank you.
And I mean, that's just like wow, like you do good. So, and how many hours a day do you work?
Oh my God. So it depends on what day, because I run so many businesses. Honestly, I spend most of my day working. That's what I feel like. I usually a lot of times start my day 5 to 6 o'clock in the morning. I like to work between 5 to 8 and 9, so that I shut off all the noise. That way nobody's texting me, nobody's interrupting me. I can focus on what I need to focus on. And then after that time, depends on what business I have to work on. So when it's tax season, it's like having a job for me. So when it's tax season, I'll work from 5 to 9 on my other businesses, and then I work all day in the tax office. During the off season, I do the same thing, wake up at between 5 and 6, work until 9, and then I open myself to the world. So whatever I got to focus on for that particular day, I'm working on. If I decide to go in my office, I work in my office from 10 to 5. I go home at 5, rest for a couple of hours, and then I might possibly work from 9 to 11 or 12 to go to bed. It depends on what season I'm in. It depends on if I got to meet some deadlines, and depends on if I got to lunch something. So my day just kind of depends on what I got going on.
So you're just very busy around the clock.
I am. Very driven.
I mean, I could tell. So what was your first business?
Expert Tax Service. Okay,
and what made you decide to get into that business?
I think I always loved taxes because when I was younger, the IRS used to be right down the street from where I lived, and every time, like at the beginning of January, I used to run down there and get the book. That's where it was a whole lot of online filing. I'll go get the 1040 book and then try to figure out what I might get back. I wasn't getting back nothing back then, but I always wanted to figure it out. I started working in a factory when I got out of high school. So I worked at building refrigerators for 8.5 years. And if anybody know about working in a factory, you'll have your seasons where you're working all day, and then you'll have your seasons where you only working like 32 hours. So at the beginning of the year, every year, we would always start to slow down in hours, but I needed my overtime. So I decided to go try to do taxes as a part-time job, and it ended up being a thing that I fell in love with.
Oh, so that's good. So do you take some clients work on your nerves, you think?
Oh, yes.
Good. We gotta get into all that, but just saying that they work on your nerves. So yes. So question. If you was to tell someone that wanted to inspire to open a tax office, would you advise them to do it?
I would. I'm actually on a mission right now for the next 5 years before I turn 50 to help.
Oh, look great.
Yes, thank you. So I'm on a mission to help women who would love to build tax offices, build 6- and 7-figure tax businesses.
Wow. And what are some just snippets of a couple of things that they can do to get there?
So one would be research. Research what type of taxes you want to do and what part of the tax industry you want to be in. Because ultimately, like I do 1040s, I'm going to venture off to start doing corporations as well. But it's so many different avenues in the tax industry that you can do. So research what you want to do first. Then I'll advise them to, of course, take a course, figure out how do you want to do it? Would you like to work in someone's office? Would you like to work under somebody first? Would you like to be a virtual tax preparer? Which direction do you want to go in? Because ultimately you need to make sure it fits your lifestyle. And then get as much training as you possibly can because the tax codes are always changing. Make sure you stay up on the tax codes. Go to some of the industry forums and different things like that. And then focus on marketing. A lot of tax pros just think people are supposed to come to them. I would teach, and my whole goal in my program is to teach you about every business is a marketing business. So let's teach you how to find your ideal client. Let me teach you how to manage your money from when you make a money at the beginning of the year to make sure you can carry it for the rest of the year. So those are the different things that we're going to learn.
Oh, that's some good things. So y'all got to check out what website can they check that out for the classes?
You can go to www.expertbusinesssolution.com.
So what are some of the weaknesses and like problems in the tax business that you can give advice to people?
So I think some of the problems is the misconception of how taxes actually work, right?
That's the biggest.
Yes.
And everybody feels you have access to their files with the IRS.
Right. So, yes, like they think like we can just call the IRS and be like, okay, I need you to send their money right now. I think that's the biggest thing, like knowing like what credits are beneficial to you and not just believe everything that you hear. Because just because somebody say, oh, okay, you can write this off doesn't mean that you can write it off. That everybody's situation is truly unique as far as like if certain credits are beneficial to you, whether or not you're going to get a refund or you're not going to get a refund. Stop comparing yourself to people who are billionaires and don't pay taxes. When you get there, you can work on tax planning to, pay as less tax as possible, but stop comparing yourself to other people.
That is true. So I think people need to stop looking at other people and see what they have accomplished and understand that this is something that just it's obtainable, but you can get more or you can get less, but you just doesn't have to, focus on them. Focus on your own goals,
right,
and accomplish your own things.
Yes.
So what are some marketing tips you can give some upcoming tax preparers?
Be visible, right? Be very visible because we think that tax season just lasts the first 4 months of the year. It doesn't. You have a choice. You can just do taxes for the first 4 months of the year, but you have a lot of tax pros that go in business and they have to go get a job because they can't survive the rest of the year. But why can't you survive when it's still people out here that still need their taxes done? It's still other services that your clients need. So stay visible through the year. And then if you really want to grow your clientele, don't come and be a tax pro for the first 4 months out of the year and make people forget that you even do taxes. Stay visible the whole year. Engage with people online. Engage with your ideal client throughout the year. Pinpoint who those people are. Get in their faces. Be around them. Let them see you. And then when tax season comes, they'll remember you. Be like, oh, okay, you do taxes. Okay, let me try you out. Because if you're not seen, out of sight, out of mind.
That is true. So that's a nice John you done gave to people. So what advice would you give someone that wants to start their own business?
Know that, first I would say, it's possible, but it's not what you think it is. It's not what the internet makes it look like. It's not all glitz and glam. Like, you do have a level of freedom because you have choices on how you want to work. But just like I just mentioned, when it comes to my business, when you ask me how long do I work a day, you see that I work almost 20 some hours a day versus working for somebody else. I might work 8 hours. So the reality of that is knowing that it's not what you think it is, and if you get into it, that you know that you're gonna have to put work into it, because if you don't go out there and hunt, then you're not gonna be able to eat. That's a part of entrepreneurship. But if you do want to start a business, it's attainable, but you got to make sure that you understand how to manage your money, because a lot of entrepreneurs get out here and they start businesses, but they can't sustain their business because they're not never looking at their numbers. They're looking at the pretty part of entrepreneurship. The best part of entrepreneurship, in order for you to make profits in your business, is the ugly part of entrepreneurship, the stuff that you don't want to think about, the things that you don't want to learn. That's the thing that's going to help you get to your revenue.
Wow, thank you for dropping that John down. You are amazing. Did you ever decide to write a book?
I have wrote one, and I have one in my belly that I'm gonna birth when God say birth.
Because you have a lot of, positive strength things and knowledge to give to people in Jones, and I think putting it in a book would be a great thing.
Thank you.
Or put on a seminar.
I've done a song couple here or there.
Yeah, do a seminar. So I think that is amazing. So are you on social media?
I am on social media.
What's your name on social media?
Okay, so on all social media outlets, no matter what it is, it's Gwennetta Wright on all social media outlets. And then follow, of course, my tax page, which is Expert Tax Service.
Congratulations. You're doing amazing things, and thank you for stopping by.
I appreciate you having me.
Yes. So what you going to do for the rest of the night?
So for the rest of the night, I'm getting ready to get on a conference call to talk about my back to school event, and then I'm going to celebrate one of my friends' birthday when we leave here. But let me give myself a little plug. So for my small business owners who don't understand what it is about doing your taxes, next week I will be having a virtual workshop on how to avoid audits and not getting caught up with the IRS by teaching you what your tax obligation is as small business owners. So make sure you follow us on Expert Tax Service page. I'll drop the link on there.
Congratulations. I wish you much success.
I appreciate you having me.
Yes, my baby. I love your energy.
Thank you.
Yes, you do the thing. And I mean, y'all heard where y'all can find her on her Gwennetta Wright on all social media platforms. Also, she's giving out a free seminar, so you guys make sure y'all check that out. Or is it paid?
It's paid.
Excuse me.
But it ain't that much now. It's not expensive at all. I want to make sure it's affordable. But I'm going to drop all the gems that you need to know so that you understand.
What's the cost?
It's $59.
That's cheap. Is it virtual?
It's virtual.
Yeah, y'all can do that for how long does it last?
I'm going to probably run about 2 hours because I'm going to get real deep into making sure they understand everything that's coming up.
$60 is easy for 2 hours. That's cheap, and that's good.
Very cheap.
That's good. So do you have a lot of people signed up so far?
I'm just going to launch it today. Like, I haven't even put the link out. I think I sent an email blast out, but I'm going to put the link out today.
Well, I wish you much success with it, and I pray that a lot comes for it. And I am so happy for you. Thank you for stopping by. Your TV series. Let me know if you ever need me to come on the TV series.
Okay, when we start back recording, you are going to be one of the first guests.
Because I am.
Okay.
Just being honest. Thank you, Miss Renita. Yes, guys, and don't forget, click like, click share. Go to the website and buy some merch. The website gonna be up here, down here somewhere. He gonna push a leg, gonna put it on here. But make sure y'all get y'all some merch. Bye.